All right, good afternoon and welcome here to the compound finals of the National Matchplay Series for Archery Australia, sponsored by Hoyt Archery. Thank you. Pat's Archery and Victor Harbour Archery Club for putting all the work in. We've had a lot of people also come in from all around the country, all the judges, thank you very much. David Gaze and Justin, Rachel in there with making sure that we've got this live broadcast going. Not to forget Victor Harbour Removals and A1 Hire for putting in and helping us to get all of this together today. Alright, so this morning we had the recurve event, which as you know is what is shot at the Olympic Games. This afternoon we have the compound event, which is sort of my pet event. Well, it used to be until Andrew beat me yesterday.
Thanks, Pat.
Okay, so Andrew is volunteered to come out here today and help Jim Park, the national compound coach, who's also commentating to do the commentary for this afternoon. So normally what happens is with the National Matchplay Series, you have to travel around the country and gain points so that you can make it to the final. So not to take anything away from the top four men's compounders, but so Andrew and his partner are having a baby that's only just arrived. So Andrew wasn't really able to travel around to gain the points. He won the event you were at, didn't you?
No, I came second on that one.
Oh, still pretty good. Yep, 21 points for that second. But yeah, so Andrew didn't have a chance to travel around and try and gain his points. Not to say that he necessarily would have made it, but with how good he's shooting, he certainly would have had a good chance of being in that top four. But he stepped up today and he's going to be jumping in and giving his expert commentary with Jim Park so that you can hear what's going on this afternoon. So this live feed will be kicking off. Now what's going to happen now is the bronze medal matches. So initially you're going to see some practice. Then you're going to be going into the ladies' bronze, men's bronze. Then there'll be some compound practice and the gold medal matches in the afternoon. So I hope you really enjoy it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you for coming out here today. We really appreciate those people coming in here and cheering on those people that have travelled from all around Australia to make this event happen. So Andrew, thanks for stepping up and yeah, thanks for beating me yesterday. I really appreciated that, champ.
My pleasure. And thanks for having me.
We're going to have the practice for match archers on the field now. This is the Archery Australia 2019 National Matchplay Series, brought to you by Victor Harbour Archery Club. The sponsors are Hoyt and Pat's Archery. The archers get 2 ends of practice. During the practice they can shoot as many arrows as they like, but they should not go over the time limit. Normally in competition they'd shoot 3 arrows in 120 seconds. In practice they can shoot, well they don't have to shoot, they could just sit down and watch. But they can shoot as many arrows as they like in that 120 seconds.
What would you prefer to do, Jim?
I'd have a practice, Andrew.
Just 3 arrows?
I'd probably do about 4. No, I wouldn't overdo it. Just making sure my sights would be right and that the process was working. Yourself?
Yesterday I managed to squeeze in 5 on probably the last of the gold medal match practice. The team's event, we all 3 of us just stood there and made sure our sight settings were in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do in the team event. Yeah, that's exactly what I'd do in the team event, Andrew. Go out and get the team, get their sight settings very accurate, because they probably know the rotations anyway.
Yes, we had a rotation quite well sorted out from the day before.
For those not familiar with the format, in a compound match, each of the archers shoots 5 3-arrow ends, so that's 15 arrows, and the matches are decided by score. Highest score out of 15 shots, so it's a maximum of 150 points. Highest score wins. If the archers are tied on the same score, then we'd have a 1-arrow shoot-off. Each archer would shoot 1 arrow, and the nearest to the centre wins. If both the archers in the shoot-off shoot X's, so that's the inner 10, then if they do that the first time they do that, there would then be they would do it again. Then it's closest to the middle. Much better conditions than yesterday, Andrew.
It certainly is. That's probably 25 degrees.
Not much wind, hardly any wind.
None. It's perfect for shooting archery.
How much were you getting blown around with your sighting yesterday, Andrew?
It's hard to say. I think I had it dialed in probably 6 to 8 clicks, drifting off to the left.
Bo getting blown around a bit?
Yes, certainly did. But come to the gold medal match, it really dropped off, so that added an extra, I suppose, level of difficulty for me. I find it's a bit of a rough transition from windy weather to all of a sudden dead calm, so you have to really get back into the good solid process, make sure you execute strongly. You don't want to jumpy shots like you tend to get into the habit of in wind.
Yeah, so one of the things the compounders do to help with the wind is put a lot of mass weight on their bows. Some of the compounders are pretty strong. Darnie's bow weighs 9 kilograms.
I've tried shooting that bow. It's very difficult.
We think Darnie must be strong. He probably is, I think. I tried carrying his bow across the field at one of the World Cups for equipment inspection, and then I nearly needed an arm reset. So I think Darnie's strong.
So we've got the second end of practice coming up.
So the helping the event run well, we have a number of judges led by Eric. Then we have Paula, Peter and Alan are our judges. Our director of shooting is Jim Larvin. On our audio and video team, Rachel Coughlin, together with David Gaze, assisted by Justin. And almost the entire collection of technology in South Australia is down on the video desk. I think we've got the greenest bit of grass in South Australia. The venue is the Memorial Gardens on the foreshore of Victor Harbour. It's a lovely venue. One of the best I've seen for an event like this. This is a venue that you could use for a World Cup. It's better than some of the ones I've seen in major events.
Certainly a very pretty spot to have a finals match.
It looks like we have 3 coaches for these archers. Darnie's assisted by Darnie Louie, Liz by Robert, and I think Katrina's assisted by Richie. Let's see how many arrows they're shooting, Andrew. So it looks to me like Darnie has shot 5. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Liz has got 5, and 4 of them are pretty much touching in the 10.
5 seems to be quite a comfortable number in 120 seconds.
Katrina's got 4 down there, a little bit to the high right. And Adam's got 5, maybe a tiny bit low. Liz's group's really very good. On target 1.
So Liz has come in from New Zealand and managed to shoot enough of the NMS to qualify.
That's the end of the practice. So hopefully the archers have got their sights all adjusted and their technique in hand. So now we'll have some matches. The first match will be the ladies compound bronze medal match. This is the Archery Australia 2019 National Matchplay Series Finals. Hosted by Victor Harbour Archery Club, who are doing a wonderful job. It's being run on the foreshore of Victor Harbour in the Memorial Gardens. The sponsors are Hoyt, Pat's Archery, with a lot of help from Victor Harbour Removals and getting the gear here. On target 1 in the bronze medal match, we have Elizabeth Randall. On target 2, we have Katrina Robinson. Liz is shooting first on target 1. So Liz is shooting first on target 1. Very still, no wind.
The arrow is an 8.
Liz on target 2 is a 6, out to the right. Sorry. Sorry, that was
X.
Trina. Trina was out on the 6. So Katrina's shooting now.
Great recovery by Liz.
Katrina's got a 9.
As 7.
Katrina's got an arrow that I think it's an 8. It's close to the 9 line, but my guess it's an 8. So we have to wait for the judge on that one. So I think that's 23 or 24 for Katrina on target 2.
And it looks like a 25 for Liz. Do you think nerves are becoming a factor?
There's quite a bit of pressure, isn't there, Andrew? Well, I think one of the skills of competing in these level events is knowing how to just concentrate on your normal process, isn't it?
Absolutely. That processes everything.
So you let the result be whatever the result is? That's hard though, isn't it?
I really try not to worry about what happens down at the target.
No, get it all right at the shooting end and the target line looks after itself. So we have 25 for Liz and 23 for Katrina. Remembering these matches, it's 15 arrows, highest score wins. Target 2 to shoot first. I think it's a 7 or an 8. Again, a little bit hard to tell from here. My guess is it's touched the line for an 8.
Have an X10 for Liz.
Ten.
Another beautiful 10.
Eight. So I think it's probably a 26 for Katrina.
And Liz has just finished off with another 10. Beautiful N. 30, 10, 10, 10. Looks like Liz has done really well to keep that under wraps. I, for one, certainly know how hard it is to shoot a 30 in a medal match. So, Jim, what are your thoughts between the set system and the 150?
It's certainly different, Andrew. Personally, I prefer the score. I've shot both recurve and compound. Out of the two, I don't mind the sets, but I prefer the score.
I haven't shot set system, but I think certainly with a scored round, it's only 15 arrows. You drop a bad one, chances are you're done.
Yeah, that's right. So we have target 1, Liz with a 55, I think it was, and Katrina with a 48. So Katrina to shoot first on target 2. Eight.
A little bit to the right.
9 for Katrina.
10.
So that's 27 for Katrina.
Nine. So I can hear the coaches count down for the archers. What's your preference on counting down?
I would generally tell the archers when it's 10 seconds and then 5 seconds, and from 5 I'd count down, and 2 I'd tell them to shoot. And in the end, the arrow's got to go.
Absolutely.
Better anywhere in the target than in the quiver.
It's certainly not shot after the timer.
Definitely not.
So what happens if an arrow is fired after the time's counted down?
You lose your highest arrow, which can be severe.
So it could be a bad shot and a miss, and you lose your tens.
That's the way it works. So if you do that inelegantly, you could actually be winning the match and lose it from shooting an arrow after time. So we have Liz on 84, Katrina 75. So Katrina to shoot first on target 2. Nine.
Ten.
8. Both arrows a little bit to the right.
10.
8. Again, slightly to the right. That would give 25 for Katrina for this end.
Ten, 30 for Liz.
That's very classy shooting.
Absolutely. So we see a bit of a lead opening up here. What would you recommend your archer to do to final three
Just
arrows?
Concentrate on good process. Shoot them normal, good process. Don't worry about the score at all. Unfortunately, we're not allowed a gotcha. That'd be handy at times, wouldn't it, Andrew?
It could be.
That'd be different. Yeah, if the archer's allowed one gotcha per match. But no, I think if you give the archers, simply just concentrate on good process, shooting the arrow, normal process, well as they can with that for every arrow. So 114 for Liz, 100 for Katrina. For the last end, Katrina to shoot first. Nine.
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 No, I think it's a 9. It's very close to the line. It's either an 8 or a 9, but hidden by one of the other arrows.
So we have Liz's final arrow. And she's finished with an X.
By our estimation, Liz will be the bronze medalist, but we do need to wait for the judges to confirm this.
I must admit, Jim, it's very easy to be lured into an early victory.
Yes. We've just got to wait for our judges to indicate the winner. And the judges have confirmed, Judge Allen has confirmed that Liz is our bronze medalist.
Congratulations, Liz.
And fourth for Katrina.
Congratulations, Katrina.
Yes.
So here we have the men's bronze medal match. And who have we got, Jim?
Oh, we'll have Dani and Adam. So the coaches are out.
So I believe this is Adam's first national match play finals.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So on target 1, Dani Estersen. Target 2, Adam Bilby. Dani assisted by Dani Louie. Adam assisted by James.
I know yesterday the father-son duo in the teams match,
Yes.
combined with Jonathan Milne, was absolute powerhouse.
Yeah, Adam shooting first on target 2. X.
X.
Eight. A little bit low.
Nine.
Eight. A little bit high. So Adam has a 26.
Dani's finished with an X for a score of 29.
Not that it's windy today, Andrew, but if it is windy like it has been the last few days, with the compounders you can either aim off or you can tilt your bow into the wind. Which one do you do?
I don't like to do too much of either. I like to dial in for the weather and try to execute shots in the same value of wind.
Yep.
And then just aim in the middle. Execute good shots in the centre. Sometimes that's very difficult to do.
Yes, it's being an ex-recurver. When I'm shooting compound, I generally tend to aim off. So confirming 29 for Dani. And 26 for Adam. Down at the target we have Eric and Alan as judges, and at the shooting line Peter as our judge. And organising the archers in the waiting area, Paula. It's Adam to shoot first on target 2. X, or just above the X, very good 10, nearly an X.
We have a 9.
Ten for Adam. So that's 2 10s.
Have a 9.
Just above the 10 for Adam. It's close to the line. I think it's probably a 9.
And another 9 for Danny.
So Adam's certainly got 2 10s. The third one is close to the line. So it'll depend on how the arrow went into the target. My guess is it's a 9, but it's very close. So I'm sure our judges will have a close look at it. Whatever you want, Andrew. We're just waiting for the scores to go up. See whether Adam's arrow was a 10 or not. Now it looks like Adam's arrow is just slightly out as we expected. So only 6, Adam with a 55. So it'll be Adam to shoot first on target 2. A reminder that these matches are the highest score in 15 shots. Nine.
9.
Eight for Adam.
X.
9 for Adam, so that's a 26.
A 9 for Danny. A score of 28. We can hear the locals making some noise in the background. Try to get the crowd involved as well.
Yes, reminder to the spectators, you don't have to be quiet. Many club archers think that you need to be quiet when we're at big tournaments, but at big tournaments, they're noisy things. There's no attempt by World Archery to have the crowd being quiet. Of course, when you're making noise and barracking, it needs to be fair so that you're not trying to put archers off as they shoot. But there's no requirement at all to be quiet. In fact, noisy is good.
I certainly enjoy having a little bit of background noise. Deathly silence can be a little bit foreboding.
At the London Games, I was coaching Taylor Worth, and as coach standing back where the coaches stand, I had to yell for Taylor to hear me. Quite noisy, so noise is not a problem. So we now have 84 for Dani, 81 for Adam. Adam to shoot first on target 2.
Still anyone's match.
Nine for Adam.
Darnie has a 10.
Nine for Adam. Both just a little to the left.
9.
10. 28 for Adam.
X 10. So we got a 29 for Darnie. Well done, both archers.
I think should put Darnie 4 up. If our spotting is accurate, Andrew. I think we're accurate in what we're spotting, so I think it's probably 4 up for Darnie, but we wait and see what the judges think.
So we have a difference in the set system versus the best of 15 arrows. What other differences are there between compound and recurve?
I think in the each archer gets 20 seconds to shoot a shot. That's much easier in the recurve. The time limit is not nearly so pressing for recurve as it is for compound. The compound is 20 seconds is quite quick.
Especially if you fumble the release aid.
Especially if you do something like that, or arrow drops off the launch or something like that, you run out of time very quickly. So I've got 113 for Darnie and for Adam. Adam to shoot first. This is the last end, last 3 arrows. Target 2 shooting first. Nine.
Nine for Darnie.
Dead centre X for Adam.
Definitely a 10. Very close to the X ring. It's hard to tell from here.
10 for Adam for 29.
X. 29 for Darnie. Congratulations.
Nice end for both archers. Both archers good 29s. So that should have Darnie as the winner. But we wait for the judges to confirm. Couple of nice shots then, Andrew, weren't they? Couple of quite nice shots from both of them then. So Adam 138. Darnie 142, I think. Yes, 142, so confirming that Darnie is the bronze medalist. Adam is finishing 4th. Next up, we will have practice for our gold medal matches. This is the Archery Australia 2019 National Matchplay Series final, hosted very well indeed by Victor Harbour Archery Club. The club's done a wonderful job, and they've got a wonderful venue for the final on the foreshore of Victor Harbour. Lovely green area, probably the greenest bit of grass in South Australia. The sponsors of the event are Hoyt and Pat's Archery, Your director of shooting is Jim Larvin. Our judges are Eric, Peter, Alan and Paula. The video and audio feeds looked after very capably by Rachel Coughlin and David Gaze and his team. Your commentators are James Parker, I'm the national compound coach, Andrew Kirkle, who won the Australian Open yesterday.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure. This morning our commentator in the recurve matches, Taylor Worth, mixed in a little bit with our Archery Australia president, Grant Cole. But this afternoon, top compounder, Andrew Kirkle.
So a different side of archery for me. They first asked me to do this, I got a little rush of nerves.
But it's good fun. So this is 2 ends of practice for our gold medalists. 2 ends, 120 seconds each end. In the practice ends they can shoot as many arrows as they wish, but they should not go outside the time limit. So on target 3 we have Matt McDougall. Target 1, Madeline Boyle. Target 2, Jessica Sutton. Target 4, Pat Coughlin. So they get 2 ends of practice. Then we're into the scoring. And the train's just departing the Victor Harbour station, going, I think it goes along to Port Elliot. Goola, it goes all the way to Goola. That's impressive. I'm told it was the first, or one of the first, railways in Australia. No? And a very early one. A very early one.
I've travelled on the Steam Ranger from Mount Barker down to Victor Harbour. It's quite a lovely journey.
Oh, that'd be nice. We can certainly hear it.
So how are archers doing in practice round?
Let's have a look and see what they're doing. On target 4, Pat has got 4 shots, 3 10s and a 9. 3 10s and 2 9s. Jessica has shot 3 arrows, 2 10s and an 8. Madeline has shot 5 arrows, a 10, 2 9, 3 9s and an 8. And Matt has shot 1, 2, 3, 5 arrows, and it looks to me like 2 10s, 3 9s. Let's see what we've got on coaches. Was it Remy coaching Matt? We've got Alec helping Madeline, Taylor helping Jessica, and it looks like Rachel helping Pat.
And Remy there for Matt McDougall.
We seem to have a helicopter. If not, it's a very noisy sea. So one more practice end for our gold medal match archers.
What sort of arrows are they using there, Jim?
Well, Pat's certainly using a Pro Tour. It looks like Matt is using, it looks like a gold tip to me. What else can I see?
Carbon Express. Matty?
It looks like it. I can't tell what Jessica's using.
Like gold tip?
Looks too skinny for a gold tip. Gold tips are big diameter ones. This is a gold tip. Okay.
So in the wind, do we have an advantage over those?
I'd definitely go to small diameter. And the 4 archers are all using Hoyts. Which is good for our sponsor. Both ladies using nice purple Hoyts. That must be the way to go, I think, Andrew.
Unfortunately, have the wrong colour. Orange is better.
So now let's see what Matt's done. Matt's got 3 9s and an 8. Madeline's got, looks like 4 9s. Jessica has got 2 10s and a 9. Pat's got 4 10s and a 9. Or 3 10s and a 9. So that's the end of the practice. After the archers have got their arrows, we'll get ready for the 2 matches. This is the Archery Australia 2019 National Matchplay Series Final. It's kindly hosted by Victor Harbour Archery Club. They're doing a wonderful job. They've been very busy in running events over the last 3 days, and today the final for the Matchplay Series. The event is sponsored by Hoyt and by Pat's Archery. You can see from the big removals van just behind the spectators, the Victor Harbour removals have been very helpful in moving some of the big gear to the ground. The director of shooting is Jim Larvin. Rachel, David Gaze and his team are looking after the video and audio feeds. Your commentators are James Park, I'm the national compound coach, and Andrew Kukul, one of our top compounders, and Andrew won the Australian Open yesterday.
Thanks for having me.
Our judges are Eric, Paula, Peter and Alan. First of our gold medal matches will be the ladies. So the compound women's gold medal match, shooting on target 1, Madeline Boyle. Shooting on target 2, Jessica Sutton. Madeline assisted by Alec, Jessica assisted by Taylor. So they're both assisted by very capable recurvers, although Alec also shoots a bit of compound, and pretty well.
He shoots it very well.
He does. And it's who's shooting first? Jim, we've got Madeline shooting first on target 1. You got
Maddie has a 10.
Jessica a 9, just a little bit high.
Ten.
Nine. Slightly to the right.
X. 10, 10, 10.
Nine. So 27 for Jessica. 30 for Madeline.
Two very capable archers.
Indeed.
So they have mixed teams event in World Archery.
They do, Andrew, and we thought about trying that here as well. The mixed team, I think, is a very good event. And so the mixed team event would be one man, one woman, both of the same bow type. I think it's a very good event.
Absolutely.
One that's been tried occasionally and may be used in future is what you might call a mixed event, where you have one man, one woman, one recurve, one compounder. That'd be interesting.
And what system of scoring would we use then?
Well, I think when they've tried it, they've used the 70 metres and used the recurve scoring. So the scores, Madeline 30, Jessica 27. So Jessica will shoot first on target 2. It's a 9 or a 10. It's pretty close, but I can't tell.
Nine.
Ten.
We have a 7.
Nine. So Jessica has got at least 28, probably 28, possibly 29.
And a 9 for Maddie to finish. So we have calm conditions today. Would you consider arrow selection?
I'd always go, even in reasonably calm, Andrew, I'd always go for the skinniest one because of the wind drift, even in relatively calm. As long as the arrows you're choosing are ones that group very well. That's, of course, prime consideration. They must group. After that, I would always go for the skinniest.
So we see in other types of archery, 3D in particular, they use large diameter.
Yes, often in sheltered conditions and not so long distances.
Indoor?
Indoor, biggest you're allowed to use.
What about recurve indoor?
Interesting question. Do you shoot your normal outdoor arrows for recurve indoors, or do you swap to a big aluminium? I generally tend to shoot my outdoor arrows, Andrew. We're tied 55 each, so we go to the original shooting order. So that will be Madeline on target 1 to shoot first. Target 1 shooting first.
The arrow's an 8.
Nine.
Ten. The crowd getting into it.
Nine for Jessica. It's quite still now, which is good.
A 9. 10, 9, 8 for Madeline.
Nine. So I think they've both got 27. So I think we've probably still got a tied match, Andrew.
Looks like it's going to be close.
Yes, indoors, what I'd do, Andrew, is if a compounder, we're shooting at a very small target for compound, so I would always use the largest arrow I'm allowed. Recurve the 10 rings not so small. So I would go with either my outdoor arrows or aluminium larger arrows, as long as they group. Whichever groups best, I'd go with. So normally when I shoot recurve indoor, I would normally use my outdoor arrows. Bigger 10, the size of the arrow is not so critical. But compound, you must go with the big arrow. So it's 82 apiece. So we stick with the original shooting order. So it's Madeline to shoot first on target 1.
Both archers looking very composed. Nine.
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 Nine. Still all tied.
Ten. A 28 for Madeline.
Eight. So that should be a 26 for Jessica. I think that puts Madeline 2 ahead. Do you think, Andrew?
I think you're right.
So we'll have one more end to go.
So what's up for grabs in this gold medal match?
I think there's some nice medals. And a bow each. Bow each from Hoyt. Gold medalists get a bow.
It's a little bit of an incentive.
It is.
Now, what are our archers using?
All the bows they've currently got, all these ones are using Hoyts. All the compounders using Hoyts. So I'll get a nice one to go with the current one if they happen to win.
Is that the podium?
I guess. I think it's a bow of their choice. Isn't that right, Pat? Bow of their choice if they win. That's it. Confirmed by our sponsor.
There might be an upgrade in it.
So, we've got Jessica shooting first on target 2. X.
Ten.
So it's still 2 points difference. Ten.
9.
1 point different. 10. 10 to win.
X. The arrow is next. 10. 29. Madeline.
And got a beaut 30 from Jessica. What a ripper of a final end.
What colour is that new bow, Matty? Excellent choice.
That was a pretty good end between the two ladies then. Yes, that's lovely. Jessica, a lovely 30. Jessica, I think, with a 30 with an X. Yeah, 30 with an X. Pretty good. So confirming Madeline is the gold medalist. Jessica, silver medalist.
Fabulous shooting, ladies. Down to the wire. Congratulations. Now this is
Yes, we're up to the last match. Up to the big guys. Actually, one big guy and one a little smaller guy, but shooting wonderfully well with both of them.
absolutely. I saw Matt McDougall put down a 148.
He did. And Pat had a good match with Darnie, 1 point different. We're going to get some new target faces. The archers have been hitting the line a few times, so better we have new ones, so there is no possible doubt where the arrows hit. So down at the target, our judges are Eric and Alan, looking after the target faces. And up at the shooting line end, we've got Peter and Paula. So it's the Archery Australia 2019 National Matchplay Series. very capably run by Victor Harbour Archery Club. On the foreshore of Victor Harbour, our sponsors are Hoyt and Pat's Archery. On target 1, Matt McDougall. On target 2, Pat Coughlin.
I see both archers shooting Hoyts.
Yep. Remy assisting Matt, Rachel assisting Pat. Target 1 to shoot first. That's Matt to shoot first.
Matt's first arrow is a 9.
X.
Ten. Nicely centered.
X.
And a 9.
Nine. So Pat has a 29.
And Matt on target 1 with a 10-9-9, 28. So Pat Coughlin, local boy, Victor Harbour.
Many times Australian champion.
Many records.
And also a winner at World Cups, World Archery World Cups, and a medalist in World Championships.
Some would say the man to beat.
He's done pretty well. And Matt also shooting pretty well.
So both archers will be working hard to keep the nerves under wraps.
What do you do, Andrew? Just concentrate on the process?
Absolutely. A little bit of an extra process outside of that as well.
So Matt on target 1 will shoot first.
Have a 9.
X.
Ten.
X.
Ten. Matt's finished with a 29.
10. So it's 30 for Pat.
So Matt's arrows, first 4 arrows were slightly low. Nice group though. I believe he might have dialed in a little bit of elevation. His next 2 arrows group closely in top of the 10.
Pat's got 4 arrows nicely in the X and the 2 slightly right so far.
So what's the current 15 arrow Australian record?
The Australian record, Pat has shot 150 a couple of times. I think it's about 10 X's, something of that nature, with 150. 11 X's. The world record's 12 X's.
Only 11.
So we're right up there with the 150s. The X is where the action is in the world records. Currently held by Rio Wild at 12 X's.
I hear Rio is coming over.
He is. Wednesday, Thursday. Matt to shoot first on target 1. Scores 57 to 59.
Nine, slightly higher.
Ten, slightly right.
The arrow's a 9.
Slightly to the right.
X. Matt finishes with a 10-9-9, 29, 28, sorry.
10. Pat's got 3 arrows almost to the same hole in the 10 for a 30.
So I'm fairly new back into archery. I haven't met Matt personally yet. What can you tell me about him?
Matt, one of our younger archers who's getting better and better and better. From now Brisbane. I think Matt has shot in one of our, at least one of our World Cup teams, and is trying for the World Championship team.
I've certainly noticed him climbing in the scores, in the rankings.
Yes, we've got some really excellent younger archers now getting scores that are going to pressure you guys. I think we've even got intermediates getting over 690 now, Andrew.
Yes, I can think of a few young archers that can do that.
Matt to shoot first on target 1.
The arrow is a 9.
X.
Ten.
Nine. Just high.
We have a 9 just outside of the 10 ring.
Nine. A little bit low right. So Pat has got a 28.
And a 28 for Matt. Do you think the pressure's building?
Always at this end of the match, but the trick is to just concentrate on the process, isn't it, Andrew? Leave the target end to worry about itself. Just get the archer end right, shoot your shot as you normally do, and hopefully the target end looks after itself.
Absolutely, one arrow at a time. There's only one arrow that matters.
One you're shooting right now.
What's your advice for a bad shot? How do you recover?
You say, oh well, that's the way of the world. We just forget that one and we just straight back to the process. Just relax, get a bit calmer, try and drop your pulse rate a little bit, and straight back into your normal process. So we use knowledge of the previous arrows to know what to do for the next ones. But they're shot, we can't get them back, so we don't worry where they went. And we haven't got to the next ones yet, so the only one that matters is the one we're shooting right now. Matt to shoot first on target 1. Pat is 4 ahead.
X. Great shot.
Nine. Pat leads by 3.
X.
Eight. Pat leads by 1.
X. 10, 10, 10. 30.
10 to win. Ten.
Congratulations, Pat.
Pat at 27, and was it Matt at 30, Andrew?
Down to the wire.
So by our calculation, Pat has won by 1 point, but we wait for the judges.
What an absolutely stunning last end by Matt.
How many X's? All of them?
3.
Oh,
3 X's.
very good.
Congratulations, Matt. Put on a good show. Pat Coughlin. We'll have to wait.
Confirming that our gold medalist is Pat Coughlin, silver medalist Mac McDougall.
Give yourself a bow. Congratulations, guys.
That concludes the shooting. The next tasks we have is we have to pack up all this venue. Now
So I'm sure I'm going to forget somebody, but I'm going to do everything I can to try and remember everybody. All right. Look, I just want to thank initially, starting off with Victor Harbour Archery Club. Absolutely massive effort. Thank you so much. I know this is going to sound really cheesy, but those of you who may know about it, I've got a severely autistic son, and we've had quite a challenging week. Scouty got out of the house and disappeared to Granite Island for 6 hours in the middle of the night, and went down a cliff and all that sort of stuff. So we had a challenging week. So look, I'd really like to thank my wife Rachel, who's put in a massive effort for the last 8 weeks of putting up with me being a grump trying to start and run this event. So thank you so much, Rachel, and all the people from Victor Harbour that came out and helped us search for Scout, including the police and all the bystanders and walkers and joggers in the morning, and brother-in-law and sister and everything like that. So many people. Jim came across from Melbourne to help us out, making it easier for me, doing the commentary when I was out there trying to have a bit of a shoot. And different people like David Gaze has come across and live streamed the event. I don't know if any of you have been able to see that on your phone, but there's so many people at home that get to miss out on these events because Australia is such a wide land, such an awesome place, but also so big. So being able to live stream this, everyone in the archery community, and hopefully those people outside of the archery community can also get to see what's going on. Thank you very much to the judges who have travelled from all around Australia. They do this in their own time. They don't get paid. So it's a massive effort by these judges to come out in the stinking hot heat, like we had those cracker 40-degree days, and they stood out there and put up with me whinging at them as well. So thank you very much to the judges, giving them loads of jobs. Jim Larvin sitting there, he's the director of shooting. He's been pressing the button and he's under the pump all the time. There's another lady called Lydia Strutton and Mark Evans. Lydia's the one, and Mark, that take care of all the scoring, making sure that the right people do the right things at the right time and everyone gets to shoot and the scores and results get done. So thanks to them. Victor Harbour Removals and A1 Hire, it's just made it bliss. Look at them now, they're already packing up, and moving and packing away this each night has saved us so much work. So thank you so much. Archery Australia, obviously especially Hoyt, who have put in about $10,000 worth of prizes to this event. And that's a massive thing for a small sport like us. Well, a small sport within Australia. I mean, in Europe and America, it's a massive sport. When you think that there's more followers of archery around the world than AFL football, that's a massive thing, okay? So it's really important to us that people like you watching at home and coming out and viewing us in our local community. We really love that. So thank you so much for coming out. The CEO, Rick Hasty, who's made his way from Sydney, Grant Cole, our president, and all the other different people that I'm certainly have forgotten. Justin, that has sat there the whole time, president of the club, Graham, Paul, all the different other people. And like I said, I'm sure to have forgotten somebody. But thank you so much. Presentations will be in hopefully about 20 or 30 minutes. If you really feel the urge, we'd love you to come and help take a tent down. That would be just wonderful. And stack it in the Victor Harbour removals truck. Otherwise, presentations should be, I would suggest, about here so that we can do it in front of a nice camera and a nice Hoyt sign. That'd be great. So we'll do that in about 20 minutes or so. So thank you very much for attending, and hopefully we'll see you next year for the 2020 Australian Open and the National Matchplay Series final. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pat. And thank you very much to Victor Harbour Archery Club for a wonderfully good event and a world-class venue.
Okay, we're nearly there. I know there's a lot of people running around putting stuff away. We're going to aim for presentations within about 5 to 7 minutes, something like that, under 10. Is that all right? Awesome. So this is live at the moment. Well, that's no worries. Presentations will be in 5 to 10 minutes, fast as we can get them done.
You to hear your heart, 'cause that's how you stay on par. Oh, yeah. No need to raise the bar when you're feeling low. Oh, you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be, 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 be. Yeah, I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe, breathe, breathe. Life seems like one big test with barely much time to rest. It goes right when you go left. It's more than you can digest, but nobody's gonna die if you say you need some time to step back and clear your mind. Yeah, everyone will be fine. All you need to know is oh, you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be, 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 be. I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe, breathe, breathe. Now breathe in and breathe out. Now breathe in and breathe out. Have faith and no doubt. You're gonna realize that's what life is all about. You just gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be, 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 be. Yeah, I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe, breathe, breathe. Yeah, all you gotta do is breathe, breathe.
Just while we're all sitting around here, is anyone going to the airport? We're trying to save one person driving another all the way to town tomorrow morning in the AM. Anyone going to town from Victor Harbour in the AM past the airport? If anyone changes their mind and wants to do it.
You almost dropped the ball. You got so close this time. Frustration setting in. It doesn't fit the crime. But will you rise above? And will you grab the reins? The spotlight's all on you. You gotta break on through. And time is running
Okay, 2 minutes and we'll start presentations. If I can have Jim Park with the list, thanks. Okay, thanks everyone for being so patient and helping with putting away the entire event. It really got that done quickly, so thank you so much. It made such a difference because yesterday was quite challenging in 40 degrees. Okay, so this is Mr. Grant Cole, the president of Archery Australia. He's going to be presenting the medals. And we've got Matt. Matt's been a member of the club now for just under 12 months. But you've probably noticed him here all weekend, even in those 40-degree days, running up and down the side in the heat. And it was yesterday I was trying to stop him from running and just walk. So he's been bringing back your arrow. So he's going to be carrying the medals across presentations. Okay, so let's start off with ladies recurve. So Laura, congratulations in 3rd place. Laura, so I don't get it incorrect, and the only reason I didn't use your full name is because I can't pronounce your surname correctly. How do we do that?
Hey, good.
Beautiful. Thanks, Laura. Congratulations on bronze. Cameras are just there. Yes, please stay here. Okay. And in silver, Sarah. Well done. I think Alice has won a couple of these over the years. Congratulations to Alice Ingley. Gold. Probably the person that's had to travel the farthest to get to all the events from Western Australia, so well done. Ladies recurve. Thanks, ladies. Okay, let's do men's recurve now. In bronze, Alec Potts. So Alec seems to pop up all over the place, whether it be men's compound, men's recurve, Olympic bronze team medalist, all over the place. Congratulations on another bronze, mate. South Australia's own David Barnes in silver. Well done. Another medal to the collection. Good on you, Dave. And there's got to be a special mention for this. Look, I've been to, I can't remember how many internationals. I think I counted 37 or something like that. And I think even watching the recurve with the Korean shooting and, you know, all the best around the world, I don't think I've seen many 89s out of 90s. So 30-29 or 30-29. Outstanding. Ryan Tyack in gold. Well deserved. Smashed it. Probably shooter of the day if I was making the call. Well done. Yeah, I shot an 8, champ. Men's recurve. Well done. Thanks, guys. Okay, women's compound now. Jeez, that sun certainly came out. In bronze, former New Zealander, now Australian. We'll claim you. Liz Randall. You're Australian enough when you win medals. You're doing great. You've done well. It's been a pleasure watching you shoot. All right, silver, Jessica Sutton. Little bit of recurve, little bit of compound, little bit of recurve, little bit of compound, but a silver medal, so well done. She's telling me she's walking down to the target. Oh, I'm not sure. Some days I think I should be shooting recurve. And then takes away the silver medal in the national champs. Well done. Okay, Maddie, someone who's always got something to say, probably even more than me. Congratulations on your gold. Think she's going to order, what is it? WRX, RX3, and camo in hunting colours, as you do. Takes away the gold. Well done. Okay, women's compound. Thank you. We're just going to swap some jobs here. So Jim is going to take over and do the MC for men's compound.
Thanks, Pat. So for men's compound, third we've got Darnie. Shooting the heaviest mass bow weight on the ground with 9 kilograms. Second, Matt McDougall, and Matt shot in the semi a 148. Very classy. Yeah, high class match that semi, Matt. It's very, very difficult to run an event and to compete in it. I've tried, a few others have tried. It's very hard to do that. And to do that and to win it is even harder. And our winner is Pat with a good score. I thought at the start of the match Pat was going to get all X's and we're going to look at a world record, but not quite there. But a very credible score nevertheless. Our men's compound medal winners. I'd like to thank, on behalf of Archery Australia, Victor Harbour Archery Club for a wonderful event. They're a big event to run. They've got a magnificent venue, as good as I've ever seen any event in the world. You won't see better than this. They ran it superbly. So thank you, Victor Harbour.
I'd also like to thank Jim Park for his work during this week. I don't know if he's got any much voice left, but he certainly does an amazing job as the MC. The judges, of course, Jim, the DOS, and again, Victor Harbour Archery Club from Archery Australia, thank you very much. And to the competitors who have travelled around the country to all the events, thank you very much. You've done us proud. It's fantastic to see you here today.
So how's that? It's coming to an end. The end of hearing from Pat for another couple of days anyway. Except for those of you who are going out to World Trials, and you'll get to hear my dulcet tones tomorrow. What I'd like you to do, if you take nothing else away from that, from this event, is Archery Australia now has a YouTube channel. And I want you to subscribe. Okay, so that's my only sales pitch for the day. Get on, be a part of it. Try and get behind Archery Australia. We're trying to promote the live stream. It's really important that people like you guys standing out there, the guys at home, subscribe to that channel so that we can get the information on archery out there to not only Australia but the world that we're moving forward. All right, thanks heaps. We'll see you all later and have a nice day.